Once upon a time there were two little birds. They were brothers and did everything together. When they were first learning how to walk, they took their first steps together. When they started talking, they even had the same first word. But over time, their learning paths began to stray, and their milestones were happening at very different times. The time came when the brothers were old enough to get their flying license, but as we are about to see, they had very different feelings about this occasion. Alan was really excited to start flying. He had always been a confident bird, never afraid to give things a good shot. In fact, the first time he tried to fly, he got it. His brother, Alex, had always been really jealous of this quality. Alex was really shy and terrified of failure. He had always come second to his brother, but this time he was determined to come first. I just need to find a learning style that suits me, he thought. Now these two brothers were very lucky because their mum was one of the smartest birds in the whole flock. She was a professor and knew all about styles of teaching and learning. Alex approached his mother. "Hey Mum, I'm really nervous about learning how to fly. Why is it that Alan feels so confident and I feel so lousy?" "Oh son, don't worry your feathers off. People learn at different paces. There are so many theories in relation to this subject." "If I knew more about this, I would feel better about myself," Alex thought. "Hey Mum," he said out loud, "can you tell me about some theories?" "Why sure, son. One of the theories I'm studying is called behaviourism. It is based on the works of a man named Skinner. He believes that you're a blank slate ready to be filled with knowledge when you were born. This knowledge comes from your surroundings, your family, your friends, and your culture. Next we have a theory named cognitive learning. Based on the research of a man named Piaget, this theory is based on the idea that we mature as learners as we get older, and different things are unlocked at different stages of our lives." This intrigued Alex. Maybe this is why Alan and I are at different stages of learning. But then again, we are the same age. Shouldn't we be on par with each other? "No, Alex," said Mum. "That's the thing. Everyone's cognitive learning stages will be different, because no two birds are exactly the same. You know what? I know a theory of learning that would be perfect for you. It's called Albert Bandura's social theory. It suggests that most learning we do is from observation of our mentors. Maybe if you were to watch how I fly, you would feel more confident when attempting the behaviour yourself." Alex's mum took 2 steps back. She opened up her wings and began to flap them. Alex noticed how she started slowly, then built up speed. He also noticed how her legs were spread apart. She was ready to take off. Suddenly, she leapt forward and soared up into the air with a graceful flourish. She swooped back down to the ground, giving her son a kiss on the head as she did so. Alex had always been impressed with his mum's flying, but this time, as he looked closely, the goal of doing the same was not so overwhelming. The two birds practiced for days. When broken down, Alex began to see all the little elements involved in flying. You need to remember attention, retention, reproduction and motivation. Mum spoke him through the process and he started to thrive in this custom-made learning environment. Soon enough, the whole flock was talking about Mummy Bird and her teaching ways. No one before in the flock had really taken any notice about how little ones learn. People started asking for advice on how to teach their own children, and everyone became interested in how to teach. So the bird decided to give a public address. "I believe, like many great birds before me, that everyone develops at a different pace. It is not fair to teach a class of 20 chicks all the same way. They each need individual support. My very own son was feeling left behind in flying school, but this is not because he's dim or slow. It's because the teaching style wasn't suiting him. I guided my son through this complex process, and now he's one of the best flyers in the flock. Alex, why don't you come and show everybody what you've got?" Alex spread his wings, took a deep breath, and soared up into the air. The community gasped. They had never seen such a young chick fly so high and with such grace. Alex spiraled around trees, went low through the flowers and high over houses. He had taken everyone's breath away. A couple of days later at the dinner table, Alex told his mum how grateful he was to have a mentor like her in his life. "Thanks for never giving up on me, Mum. I love you."